Here we go. So, good morning, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. We got more and more people popping in here, so I'll just keep letting people in as we go. But appreciate you guys being here. The end of the series is today, part four. If you missed one, two, and three, they're all available. You can watch them on the Freedom Team YouTube page. You can see them on Aaron's YouTube page, my YouTube page. We got them there. You can also go to freedomteamsupport.com. If you're part of EXP, you can find them in the workplace group. If you go under the learning tab, you'll see all the trainings that we've done, all the different masterminds. Everything is there under that one tab. So anyway, this series has been awesome. We originally had it scheduled for 3 weeks. We extended it out to 4 because there was just so much good stuff. I've been, and Aaron, you and I still need to get together. I still would love to do, we need to do just a recording on HomeBot. I've got it set up, but I would love to just kind of do, even if it's 20 minutes, do a little bit of a dive into that. We could even add that into this kind of just as a quick, I don't know, bonus session or something. But I think there'd be some good stuff there. But I think today with this, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron, like, so, you like part 2, we talked about all the different ways you get leads. And so, here's the leads coming in. You end up setting the appointments, the listing appointment. Go back and watch part 1, all the things you do to get them ready basically for that appointment. I could imagine that what you're going to go through today, you probably don't have to go through this entire presentation a lot of the times, I would guess. You probably hit pieces of it.
Yeah, about
50%.
But I'm going to go through it today like they didn't watch any of that stuff.
Right.
Didn't open it, didn't do anything, so that you can see how I work through it. I still go through the presentation pretty fast. Sure. I will say, because you guys are realtors, you should understand some things that they wouldn't necessarily understand. But
right, you won't have to explain it all. So anyway, well, why don't you go ahead, share your screen, and just go into what you want to get to. Guys, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Aaron, you can pause along the way, however you want to do it. Whatever, we can ask questions at the end. We can hit them as we go. I'll leave that up to you how you want to handle that. But appreciate you guys being here. Aaron, I know you're busy. I appreciate you taking the last 4 weeks to do all this. It's been good stuff. So Anyway, go ahead, man. It's all yours.
Yeah. So if you want to know how we lead into this, get the presentation started, go watch the recording from what was it, 3 weeks ago, day 1. So basically that was the very first recording. It's 14 steps prior to going on the listing presentation, and then how we lead into the presentation when we were there. I even talk in that 14 steps to getting every listing, how we do the market analysis, how we present that, how we close for that. So that's all in that video. This is just strictly the listing presentation. And then why last week we went through the marketing is a lot of the marketing is in this presentation. So you get, if you're on last week, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go deep dive into the marketing like I would if the seller wasn't sitting in front of me. Because we kind of went through that last week. There are a couple things in here we didn't go through, so I will hit those. But basically, we sit down at the table. We've already looked through the house. My laptop has been going. This is sitting on the main screen, so they know to expect something here. I know that anytime in the past, if I didn't do my presentation, I would probably get the listing 60 to 70% of the time. Whereas if I do my presentation, I'm 90 to 95%. If someone tells you they get every single listing presentation and everybody to sign with them, they're lying to you, plain and simple. No one is 100% at this. And if they are, there's probably something wrong with their presentation or what they're earning on the backside. So we start with this. We basically just say, hey, this is our maximum payoff. It'll show you exactly how we sell homes, not just list the property. So let's go right into it, maybe. So if you interview 100 agents, 100 of them are going to tell you this exact same thing. And I know that. They're going to say that they're going to sell their home fast for top dollar with the least amount of hassle. We're going to show you how we do that versus just telling you we're going to do that. So we utilize a unique team system, exclusive and innovative consumer programs, technology, and then knowledge of our marketplace. And we're going to dive into each one of those. But before we get into this, what we found, I've been doing this for 21 years. And so just an aside, I'm presenting this exactly like I would present it to a seller. So we've been doing this for 21 years, and what I've found is there's 4 main mistakes people make when they choose a real estate agent. And I want you to know these things right up front. So if you're interviewing me or anybody else, these are the things you should be on the lookout for. Number 1, going with an agent who promises the highest sales price or the most amount of money in your pocket, even if the price seems unrealistic. I am not the guy that's going to buy your listing. I'm not going to promise you $700,000 when your home's worth $500,000. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to give you a good range of where the price is going to be. 2, choosing the agent who promises to save you money by discounting the commission rate. I'm going to show you in this presentation how our commission is covered by getting you extra money for your house. We realistically get you more money every time we sell a house, so we don't have to worry about our commission rate. Number 3, choosing the nicest agent. Now, I'm a pretty nice guy, but there's probably some nicer people out there. I am going to tell you, I am also an honest guy. So sometimes I have to tell you the things you don't want to hear in order for you to understand where we are in the transaction, whether that be when we're under contract, whether that be when we're setting the price initially here today. I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and you can trust that that's going to be the case. And then the last thing is choosing an agent that works all by themselves because you think they'll work a lot harder and give you more personal attention. And that's absolutely the wrong way to think about things. Actually, there's about 88 different jobs that the real estate agent has during the sale of your home. If they're working with you, they have 88 jobs. If they're working with 2 or 3 people, multiply that, and you can see how many things, how many balls are in the air. They're probably going to drop a few of them, right? So we utilize a team system to help us actually focus on things that we're good at. So right up front, I'm going to start with the negative news. Even though the market is really, really strong and really good, you can see in the last 90 days, we've had 3,400 homes expire in Tarrant County. I pull this at the first of every month so that it's accurate when we're talking, and 21.4% of all homes right now in our market are expiring. Why does this matter when we're setting a relationship up front to begin with? Well, first, I don't want your home to expire. So it's important that we price right. What an expire is you've been on the market for 90 days, 180 days, sometimes a year, and you didn't get sold. And we're going to show you why that probably is. And we're specialists at working with people that expired or canceled before, and we were able to sell their home. As a matter of fact, people that have expired in the past, our average list to sales price with those people are 99.17%. So it shows you that the price isn't always the thing. A lot of people say, why did my home expire? And the only thing the agent can say is, oh, you should reduce your price. That is not 100% accurate. A lot of times it comes down to marketing. We'll show you why our marketing is superior. And a lot of times what this what this super fast market has done is created lazy agents. And what they do is what we call the ABCs of marketing. They advertise themselves. We're number 1, we're the biggest, the baddest. You know, I don't understand how you can interview 10 agents and they're all going to tell you they're number 1. How can everybody be number 1? It just can't happen, right? So they're advertising themselves, which does you, the seller, no good. B, they bang a sign on your lot. We're going to do that too, but our sign is superior. We use a 6-foot tall T-posted sign. It's got a text writer feature on it and a couple other things we're going to go through in here. C, create an ad for the paper or the internet and then maybe run it. I put maybe because most people don't run any ads because the market has been so strong. They think they'll just throw it in the MLS, sit back and collect their check. We do not do this. That's number D. E, encourage your office to show it. F, figure they might try an open house. And then G, if it doesn't sell, they'll get on their knees and pray it sells. And worse than that, they go buy one of those St. Joseph's figurines, bury it head first in your garden and think that's their marketing program. That is what a lot of people do when they don't know how to sell a house. So we use a team approach, which is the preferred way of working with clients. So we have somebody that covers service, admin, marketing, negotiating, but you get me. I am the one that's going to be working directly with you, the seller. So you don't have to fear that I'm just going to pass you on to somebody else in our team. You're going to get me direct. So when we come down to what does it take to sell a house, there's only 3 things. Most people say, oh, there's a million things to go into selling a home. No, there's only 3 things. And those are the 3 main headers, but then there's many separate things underneath of that. Number 1 is price. you have to price your home accurately. Number two is cleanliness and presentation. That means getting your home in the right shape in order for the pictures and for the home to show very well. And then the third thing is marketing. What do we do to get more eyeballs on your home, both online and in person, so we can create more demand for your house versus just throwing it in the MLS and praying somebody else is going to sell it for us. So price is the number one thing, and it's 90% of any great marketing plan. It must be below homes that offer more features than your home, or your home's going to sit on the market, right? So let's say you want to price your home at 300,000 and there's a home 2 doors down that's also at 300,000, but it has a pool and you don't. Well, you're not going to sell. You will sit there until that home sells, and likely longer than that, because now you have a comp that had something superior to you that sold that you didn't have. So we have to take that into consideration. However, we understand pricing a home is stressful. Price it too high, buyers rule it out. Price it too low and you get multiple offers and you think, oh my gosh, did I leave money on the table? We don't want either of these to happen too, though we do want multiple offers, and we'll show you how we encourage multiple offers to be performed in the market with the way that we market your property. Multiple offers don't necessarily indicate that you had a low price, but let's say your home's 500,000 and you price it at 480, so you stimulate multiple offers. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but let's say your 480 turns into 550. Well, now you've probably left some money on the table because you had a bad analysis done up front. Pricing it right, say yes to initial high price. Like we said earlier, we're not going to buy your listing. We're not going to promise you something we don't think you could sell for. I know that if I overprice your home, it's going to eliminate any impact of our marketing system. We do have the strongest marketing system out there, I promise you. But I know that if I overprice your property, it's going to totally kill anything that we do. For instance, if you had a Kia and you priced your Kia at $100,000, would anybody come look for your Kia? No, right? Same thing with your house. So the home ultimately loses because the results in a lower sales price. Pretty easy. So what we do is we research the market thoroughly, review the information with you, and then we reevaluate your home on a weekly basis, keeping you informed of the market and keeping you up to date with the correct price range on your property. So let's get through all that. Now let's get into the marketing side of things. So on marketing, the very first thing we do is cleanliness and presentation. Should you stage your home? I say yes. We stage every one of our homes. We pay for the initial consult on staging. So what we'll have is we have a stager. Her name's Maggie. She's like 4'8". She comes through your house. She's the cutest person, sweetest person. Comes through. She's an interior designer. She's going to tell you where to move things, what to do. I know you've probably had other agents or friends or family in the house that are like, oh, depersonalize the house. Or you need to paint it this color or that color. Or maybe you had an agent that told you all the things that you need to do to your home. I am not a stager. I am a marketer. So I'm going to hire people that are better at their job than I would be. So I'm not going to pretend I know everything about staging and interior design, because I honestly don't. So what we're going to do is hire that person for you and then follow her plan. So then after staging, what we're going to do is go into the photography. Photography, same thing. I am not a photographer. Can I take pictures? Yeah. Can I take video? Yeah. But I am not going to take the best photos. So on the left, we're going to look at a home that was on the market. This is in North Richmond Hills. It was a $600,000 house. It was on the market 181 days. It did not sell. We took it over. We had it on the market for $600,000. Had it on the market for 6 days and sold it for full price. This was one that was in that list I showed you earlier. Now, how did we do that? We're better marketers. We're better at designing a description. And a lot of it boils down to getting the home in the correct shape and then taking correct pictures of it. Look at the difference between the clarity of the two photos. This is the same house. Yes, this is the same house. If you look on the fireplace mantle, you'll see the little orange flower there. They don't even look like the same room. But this is what happens when you have a photographer that is an agent taking a picture of your home on the left, and when you have an agent that hires a professional photographer with custom equipment, custom lighting, all the things they do in order to take pictures of the property. You can see the difference. That one on the left looks small, cramped, dark. The one on the right, it looks open floor plan, nice, light, and bright. That's what you want to see when people are looking at homes online. Uh-oh. I got the wheel of death there for a second, sorry. And then we have the exterior. This looks like it's fallen down. Obviously this, you can see it's in much better condition. Why didn't they show the umbrella? Stage this exterior, make it look good, right? And then take great pictures of it. This is all the same house in North Richmond Hills. Again, same thing on the kitchen. This looks old and dated and dark. This is professional photography. Makes a huge difference. They left the closet door open. Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, come on. And then, you know, this definitely comes off a lot better, shows more of the house or more of the master bathroom. So then the next step in staging is we want to do digital staging if you have any vacant rooms. Now, we can do personal staging, but that is very, very expensive. Okay, Maggie will offer you staging services. We pay up to $500 for that staging. If you don't want to go that route, we can always digitally stage your property. You can see these homes on the left are a vacant home. Same home, that furniture never existed. If you're a buyer looking through the internet, which home would you rather look at? The one on the right or the one on the left? Pretty obvious answer, same thing. And then the master bedroom. All of these pictures on the right, that furniture never existed. We can also stage the exterior. Now, staging the exterior, again, this is done digitally. You can see on the picture on the left, that looks pretty nice, pretty decent image. But you can see there's cars on the street in the back. We can't make the neighbors move their cars when we're taking photos of our homes. But we can remove them digitally. And we can even straighten this house up a little bit. We can turn on the lights. We can throw up this awesome day to dusk looking sky in the background, because what we want to do is attract buyers to your home. 96% of all buyers start their search online. And what do? They scroll up and down, or they scroll left and right. And this I'll usually take out Zillow and show them, you know. And then what happens is every image looks the same. Every house is going to start looking the same in their range. What we want to do is we want to make them stop. Because if we can get them to stop on an image for 1.2 seconds or longer, we now have their cookie, or what I call their digital thumbprint. Once I have their digital thumbprint, I can retarget them and deliver your home over and over again to them, or more marketing. We have this huge gas station area called Buc-ee's, and they advertise like crazy with billboards. So just on the side. So I use the Buc-ee's reference here. What I say is, it's kind of like Buc-ee's. If you're driving down to San Antonio, which is about a 4.5 hour drive, you're going to see about 20 billboards for Buc-ee's. I know the first time I ever did that, I was like, what the heck is Buc-ee's? But by the time I got to San Antonio, I was like, I need to stop at Buc-ee's. You know, like, their billboards sold me. Why? Because it's that compounding effect of image after image after image after image that eventually you're like, okay, I need to check it out. Same thing we do when we're marketing your home with potential buyers. We also use the 3D tours. Now, this is when I would open up the single page website and go through all the things we do on the single page website, walk them through a 3D tour, and go through the entire process with them. We're going to skip that because we did that last video. So now on to why you should utilize us versus utilizing another agent, because there's 5 big reasons. Now, I don't make them look at this whole page. I fly right through it because we're going to get right into it. Number 1, we sell more homes than most folks out here. On average, if you take out all the agents, there's 66,000 real estate agents in our market. If you take out all the agents that don't sell a home, and we only use agents that sell at least one home, The average agent sells 4.2 homes per year. That is it. The same metric is national. National, it ranges every single year between about 4 and 6 homes per year. Our best year in real estate, we sold 307 homes. We average over 100 homes every single year. So realistically, we're 76 times greater than the average agent. Because we've sold over 3,000 homes, no, I understand that past success isn't a predictor for future success, but I do know after working with 3,000 sales that I know the pitfalls and the things to look out for when we're selling your property. And we get you more money per home. Our average list to sales price ratio right now, when including for adjusting for closing cost concession, is 101.72%. The average on the market is 98.39%. I need to adjust this because our average price has gone up to $400,000, but the average on a $300,000 home is 3.33%, or just by using our services and utilizing what we do, and we don't charge you more to do this, we put an extra 10 grand in your pocket at the end of the day. Because your home and your equity is worth it, so we fight for your equity. Also, your home's going to sell faster. Our average is 9 days on the market. The average in the market right now is 23 days. So we're considerably faster, about 3 times. The percentage of listed homes versus expired, we sell 99% of the homes we've taken. Since 2018, I've listed 2 homes that I didn't sell. And everyone always asks, what are those 2 homes? One was a $3.5 million home that was just over the top gaudy. And we couldn't find anybody that wanted to spend that much for a gaudy house. The second home was a geodome. If you've ever seen a geodome, you wouldn't buy it either. We couldn't sell the dang thing. So the average agent, like we said earlier, has 21.6% of their homes expire. That means only 78.4% of the market is selling. So would you rather have a 99% chance that your home sells at 3.5% greater price, or do you want to take a 78% chance of selling your home at a 3.5% less price? The choice is up to you. At this point, I typically have them and I can close them down for contract, but we'll go through the rest. 90% of people that we work with come back and work with us again. I wish this was 100%, but I don't think anybody can say that. So we do have about a 10% fall off. So people come back and use us again and again and again. There's many instances where we've helped families buy 6, 7, 8 homes and sell all those homes for them as well. In fact, we have a home coming on the market here in a couple of days that it'll be our 5th time selling that particular home. So pretty awesome. National Association Realtor fact, only 31% of the people go back and use their previous agent. So again, there's got to be a reason there. And a lot of it is what we've already shared with you. And then the 5th thing is we have the buyers. We have 34,000 buyers in our database. At this point, I would open up my app, go through our buyer database and do a search and break it down to their house and show them how many buyers we have in their area. Why is this important? And then we show them all the buyers. And again, I typically don't have to go past this. I can get the listing at this point, right? We have the buyers. We know everything about them. We know who they are, their phone number, their email address, when they registered, how long they've been on our site, what their price point is, when they're looking to buy. And you can see right here, this is just a snapshot. This is like 15 buyers that have been on our site within an hour, right? So it gives us great information about them, and we can see how many searches they set up, how many homes they love, how many homes they're looking at. This person right here, Courtney, she's looked at 475 properties. Do you think she's an active buyer? If your home was in Allen, she would be getting my marketing, right? So we utilize this to target buyers of interest. This is when I go through the site, show them, we send out the 3D tour and all the pictures of your property. This is kind of a flow chart of exactly what we're doing. We're going to leave you a copy of all this too. But it's exactly what we do when we go through setting up a listing. We're going to set you up on 78 syndicated sites. We actually go out to thousands of sites, but 78 that syndicate direct. We still do newspaper ads. Every once in a great while, we'll do one. Not necessarily, that's not the crux of our position, our marketing plan, but it is part of it. We launch you on Zillow Premier Listings. We create a personal website for your home. We already showed you that. Talking home service is basically when someone pulls up to your home, should be more like texting home service. They text a specific code to an 800 number, and your home gets delivered to their phone right there. And then the 3D tour comes right after it that we just went through with you. That's right on their phone. Guess what? When I get a text from that number, I know that person is sitting out in front of your home, going through your tour, and I'm calling them. Pretty awesome idea to sell your home while they're looking at it, right? And let's get them into the house through our everyday open house. We also utilize these sites, Trulia, YouTube, Zillow, Realtor.com. We're 5-star agents on all of these. Google, this is our own site called DallasHouse.net. The reason we use Dallas House is all for SEO purposes. Dallas is the #5 search city in the entire United States. House is the #2 search term on Google behind car. So when you combine those two things together, you don't sell in Dallas all that much, but when you combine those two words together, our SEO ranking goes really through the roof. So we get a lot of free leads that could be possible leads to buy your home through this site. Like I said earlier, we're 5-star agents with Zillow. We got well over 100 reviews on there. We have 100+ reviews on our Google page. We have 50, 60+ reviews on our Facebook page. They're all different because we don't want to copy them to all different sources, because people sometimes utilize all those sources to research an agent, and I understand that. We already talked about creating your own personal website, but we also offer national and international marketing as well. We can get you in the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Jet Set Magazine, Rob Report. We put you in 26 different languages, or 26 different countries in 13 different languages. So how cool would it be to sell your home to somebody that lives in Japan, right? Or Australia? We've done that. We also utilize what we call our citywide buyers agents network. This is top producing agents that are selling properties every single day. We're going to market directly to them. We maintain close working relationships with them. We sell a lot of their homes. They sell a lot of our homes. So they understand that we're good at what we do, and it's going to be an easy transaction. So what we do is every time somebody has shown one of our homes in the past, so we utilize a system called Showing Time. It used to be CSS. Every time someone has to schedule a showing, they've got to call or click through the app and schedule. What we get is their name, their brokerage, their email address, phone number. So we have collected through the years about 14,000 agents' contact info. This is the first group of people that we start attracting to your home. Why? Because there's 3 types of buyers that we want to market to. There's unaffiliated buyers. This is why we use our signs. This is why we use Zillow, Google, Realtor.com, YouTube. They don't have an affiliation with an agent. You have affiliated buyers, which is other agents' buyers, and how we ethically attract their buyers to buy your home. And then the third group of buyers are my own buyers, which we already showed you. We got 34,000 of those. So those are the 3 types of buyers and all classes of buyers that we can attract to your property. This is typically, I don't know why this doesn't disappear, it's supposed to. This is typically what an agent sends out when they get a new listing. Again, this is the #1 piece, or advertising themselves. Hey, look, Aaron, I just got this new listing at 7100 Kickapoo Drive. Here's the information about it. Here's a couple pictures. It's $350. Click for more pictures. Click the virtual tour. Here's our faces. Here's our name, our email address, our brokerage information. Contact us. Guess where that goes? Delete. It goes right into my trash. I never send this out. to another buyer or anyone, right? They're spending money sending this stuff out, and it's a waste of money. Every one of us as a real estate agent have received this. Every one of us delete this because we do not want our buyer contacting that agent directly. So how do we ethically market your home to other agents where they will forward on your property? Well, this is how we do it. So I'm going to read this to you. So what we do is we create an email, and we use an email service that sends out 14,000 of these every time we get a new property. Because I don't know if they have a property or a buyer in Keller or a buyer in, Arlington or wherever our new listing's coming. So I'm going to send it to all of them. So it says, Crispin, here's a coming soon property that we'd love to share with you and your buyer. It's all in red, you can see. This email is for your buyer on our listing at 2401 Watercress Lane in Keller. In this email, I've removed all of our branding, information, etc., so that this email is selling you to your buyer and how much extra you're doing for them, going above and beyond, and obviously presenting my home to them as well. Please feel free to check out all the images, 3D tour, etc., to confirm that no way is any of my information on it. Everything in red and in brackets is for you to change or delete. So this email sells you, the agent. Dear Mr. Homebuyer, so this is where you put your homebuyer's name, right? I've been diligently searching for a home that I think checks all the boxes for you. This home may just do it, and no one else even knows about it yet. It is coming on the market in a couple of days, and I wanted to make sure that we were one of the first people in the home, as I think it'll go fast. So yes, this is an amazing off-market property that I've found through my connections in the industry. This is why you trust me as a professional in this tough market. I was able to obtain the pictures and the 3D tour of the property so you can take a look at them and let me know if it is something you want to take a peek in the inside of. It is located at 2401 Watercress in Keller, and the price is $625. Here's a link to the Matterport tour. If you click the picture, it opens up all the pictures, which I put in a Dropbox file, and it's just a Dropbox link that's shared, right? As always, I'm here to serve you and give you the best experience as a buyer. Let me know what you think about the property. I hope you have a blessed day. And then they put their information here. Make sure to delete my signature below and hit forward. When you do hit forward, make sure to delete all the, in the subject, the FW, so that it doesn't show up that it's a forward. Which is more effective to market a property? This route selling you, because you're sending this to agents. Do we care you have a new listing? Or this route to potential home buyers and other agents, home buyers? I can tell you this is extremely effective. We put tracking software in the back of this, and 49% of every one of these emails we send get forwarded on. So we're in about 6,800 email boxes of buyers. Pretty sweet, right? I've been doing this for about 8 years, and I have never received one from anyone else. I don't understand it. Every agent can copy this. It works awesome. This is how, when we put a home on the market, literally we have 6, 8, 10 showings the first day, even in slow markets, because we've sold that agent to their buyer before our home was even available. This is coming soon marketing. Putting a coming soon sign on a house or a listing is not. Cool. Specialized programs. Jeff and I have done a video on this. Your home sold guaranteed. So basically we solved the real estate catch-22. Do you buy first, sell first, buy first? What do you do, right? So most buyers are in that issue, right? How do you solve the catch-22? So right here on the sign, we put a little writer that says, buy this home and we'll buy your home for cash. So what we do is, if a buyer is looking to buy your house and they have a home to sell, we'll make a cash offer of 95% of the market value of that home. So let's say it's a $200,000 house. We'll go in and we'll offer them $190,000 for the house. If we can't sell it in 45 days, we'll buy it from them for that price. If we do sell it, let's say we sell it for $200,000, we'll rip up our $190,000 offer. pretty awesome way to market your home versus that one that's right down the street that's also for sale, that's a competitor. If I'm a buyer and I have a home to sell, who am I calling? Me or that person down the street? Most likely they call me. So we can solve every buyer's issue. We also offer you a one-day listing program. I think one of the biggest issues with brokerage services is that you need to sign this 6-month agreement. Why? If I'm not doing my job, you should have the opportunity to fire me. If I'm not doing my job at any other business, I know they would fire me. So make us prove to you that we're going to do your job. So what we do is we don't lock you into a long-term contract. We do sign a 6-month agreement because the state of Texas require us to have a start and end time. But in special provisions, we're going to write that after 30 days on the MLS, and yes, we want at least 30 days because we're spending thousands of dollars on your home up front. So we want at least 30 days to recoup some of our money or try to sell your home. Most of the time we have it sold in that time. Let's say we don't. Well, at that point, we're still under an agreement. We're still going to provide services. We're still going to be aggressive because we know we can be fired at any time and lose all that money we've invested in your house. But it gives you the opportunity to not worry that you're locked into a long-term agreement. You can cancel anytime. There's no penalty or fee. And then one last thing is we do utilize Google to do a lot of pay-per-click marketing as well as Facebook. So Facebook's awesome. We can market directly to potential buyers and sellers. And I want to show you the difference here. A lot of agents, their marketing program we talked to you about was the ABCs. One of the big things they think they're doing great marketing is doing an open house. Well, I will show you how I can trump any open house in any market every single time. This ad ran for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was this house. I had 7,800 people reached. 60 of them liked, commented, and shared on the post. 1,000 people clicked on the link, meaning they opened up the post. Have you ever heard of an open house that has had 1,000 people in it? No, me either. Okay, but this one did. This is a digital open house. 799 viewed all the photos. 147 clicked this little link that says, I want more info. When they click that link, we call it the devil appears, and you have to fill out all your information. The cool thing about Facebook is when the devil appears on there, all their information is already filled out. And most of it is right. 72% of the information on Facebook is accurate because that's how people want to connect with friends, family, and past acquaintances. So when 147 people clicked on this listing saying, hey, I want more information, I want the 3D tour, I want all the stuff about this house, some of them ran away, 80 of them did. But 67 of them gave us their info. Again, have you ever had 67 people in your home on a weekend to view an open house where you were able to get all the buyer's info? Most likely not. But we had 67 people that we were calling on this home and sold it that weekend. And then, of course, we do the traditional things most other agents do as well. You know, like we already talked about, professional photography, staging, 3D tours, all the buyers in waiting, technology. We do postcards. We call around the listing. Obviously, we put the 6-foot-tall T-posted sign. We do our everyday open house, which I didn't even get into, which is basically, Mr. Seller, would you allow us to show your home today at 2 o'clock if we had a ready, able, and willing buyer? And they always say yes. What about if we did 4 o'clock? Yeah. What if we did 10 a.m.? Yeah, if I had some notice. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to put a sign in your yard that says, home open every day. Call our office for times. It's a different number by 1 digit than our big sign, but we get 3 times as many calls on it than we do on our big sign. Simply for the fact that we're talking in the buyer's vernacular. Open house, right? But why wouldn't we tell them that your home's open every day? Because you just said you'd allow us in there just about any time of the day. So let's tell the public that. Why keep that a secret like most agents do? And then the last thing is teamwork. Basically, we want to work together with you as a team. And, you know, we look forward to selling your home for fast and for top dollar. And this is when I use the closing phrase, if you think I'm the right agent to produce the most equity in return in your pocket, based on our marketing, which based on pricing, or sorry, I totally screwed that up because I was looking at something else. So basically, when we get into that, I'm just basically going to ask them the simple question is, based on what you've seen here, do you believe we're the best agent for your job? If we can come to terms on price and fee, do you think our marketing would help sell your home for the most amount of money? And that's it. Let them answer, yes or no. If they say no, we're going to go into more things. Or if they say, we may go into our VIP service agreement, where we have a communication guarantee and we have an honest promises guarantee, and we do reality-based selling price by establishing a range. And we do a reality-based timetable guarantee, an honest representation of experience and track records. Nobody else will do as much as we do to get your home sold, period. So that's basically it. And then we get into the comps and establishing a good price for the house. So I'm gonna stop sharing the screen.
You're hired. It is amazing all the stuff that you do. I mean, what do you guys see with this? I mean, there's so much there.
Take over. Who is doing this?
Yeah, I'd like to say something too.
But I will say that if we don't have stats like Aaron's team does, that may be a little different. I'm a brand new market, but I can use NAR stats.
Or use EXP stats. Use your broker stats, right? We're a huge company. They just released quarter revenues, things like, use that stuff.
Yes, great, awesomely wonderful. Thank you.
You can use that with any company you're at. Use your brokerage stats. If you're not with EXP, use your brokerage stats. If you're new in the last couple of years, you've sold 20 homes. I mean, you can use the stats, in your favor from your company, different things to, build yourself up. Now, again, you've got to have this kind of, you don't have to do all the things he's doing. This hopefully gives you ideas to think about. You didn't implement all this stuff day one in your business. This is obviously stuff that you've grown into, you've learned, you've added new things. I think keeping up with technology, keeping up with, all this stuff. Aaron and I just went through a class a couple of weeks ago. We both got certified AI, which, we're going to be talking more about that here coming up too.
Me too.
Yeah, you got to keep up on some of this kind of stuff, or it's easy to get left behind in this business. But, you implement even a quarter of this stuff, I'm just telling you, you're going to set yourself apart from all the other agents that the sellers are meeting with, because everybody's doing the same thing. Hire me, I'll get the most money, and they have nothing to back it up.
The AI piece is really, really big, and you have to show it to them.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't understand it. And we're on top of things because we do, these webinars, and we're on trainings, whether that be on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever. We're on top of things because this is our industry, or you should be, right? So we know about AI, but a lot of people are just like, what's AI? I don't get it. I didn't work in my business, right? So I was with a client the other day, and I basically went into ChatGPT, showed her how we would write her listing, right, professionally. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Write it this way. And then I was like, and then if we just want to have fun, okay, make their listing description rhyme. And we did like a poem and then a rhyme. Stupid, but it's fun. It shows them how good and powerful and fast this is. And I said, okay, using that listing description, create 3 Facebook posts, 2 Instagram posts, and a TikTok reel on that listing. Boom, within 5 seconds, I had all of that media that I said, this is how we market your property today using AI. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm a hairdresser. I'm moving out of state. I'm putting together a resume, And I said, well, let's go in here. Let's open up a new chat, and let's see how you would utilize AI. So we just went in and said, I'm a hairdresser looking to attract new clients in the market I know no one. Please give me the best marketing on Facebook as a hairdresser. I need 5 ads. Boom, 5 ads show up. Okay, now I need a resume because I've worked as a hairdresser for 20 years, and here's where I've worked, and we put in some stuff. Now build me a resume, 1 page, A4 printable, boom, prints it out within like 5 minutes. So AI is extremely powerful, especially if you use it in front of people, because other agents are afraid of it, don't know how it works, or don't know how to explain it in front of people.
So Aaron, I have a question. Would
Yeah.
you, do you currently use a VA for your
Yes.
content? Okay, because I mean, I could never, but I mean, would you ever be willing to provide, say, just like a baseline listing presentation that we can use to send over to a VA and have them change everything out to our stats and everything else? I mean, would you be willing to do something like that?
I'm gonna send this out a Dropbox link to this, so you can take the listing
Okay.
presentation and change it. It's
Okay. And then Jeff, you said, how would you describe Aaron? And I would say in one of our oldest favorite quarterbacks, the separation is in the preparation.
That's good.
Aaron, I'm just gonna say I'm on your team.
No kidding.
I'm using all your stats.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't even think about that because it's the freedom team. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
As well.
I do have a question. I'm fairly new to the business, so I hear that, you get the percentages. Well, 5% of 5 million is different than 5% of 300,000. You listed so many services there. I mean, you're putting $10,000 into a $300,000 listing, or
No, I mean,
do you have a tier thing? You have like a tiers you go in, or?
of course, the higher end properties get higher end stuff, like a higher end flyers, and we'll do full video, we'll do lifestyle videos, which are $500, $600, $700 depending, like those are $1 million stuff. For a $300,000-$400,000 property, they get everything I talked about in this. They're gonna get staging, they're gonna get professional photography, they're gonna get the flyers and the T-posted signs. Why? Because eventually they're going to be $700,000, $800,000 people.
I got it.
And Aaron, you do.
And it's got your name on it. So you gotta, yeah.
I'm selling myself. Right?
Well, that's kind of contradictory. You just told the beginning of this, don't go with an agent that sells yourself. I'm nailing you.
But I mean, it's my brand. It's my signs is my big ugly face, and on.
Right.
It's the same thing. But when we're marketing their home to agents, we strip all that off.
Right.
Right? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, is people actually spend money to market a house to other agents with all their crap on it. Why? I don't care.
We have a company out here called Zip Your Flyer. I don't know if you've heard of
Yeah,
them.
we got several of them.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, I've used it, and it doesn't really, it just kind of just touts what you're doing to all of the other agents, and they don't really get.
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
I mean, like, do I care that Jeff listed 10 homes last month? Nope. Do I care you have a new listing? Now, if it fits my buyer, what might I do? I may go up and look at it in the MLS and then send them some information. But likely, if it fits my buyer, they've already got it anyways. So let's market a property before the buyer even knows it's available, and market that agent. Do you know how good that is, that you're marketing the other agent as the expert? They look great in front of their buyer. Do I ever have issues if they come in with a contract? Do you think we ever have negotiation problems? No. Because I've already pre-sold them to their people.
That's what kills me about Seattle. They don't allow you to do coming soons. No listing marketing at all. That's just
you do it right when you first list the property. It's the same way,
Okay.
You put it on the market today at 5 o'clock, and at 5:00, you just go right in and send out the emails and do it.
Hit send at 4:55.
Ways to do it. You just have that email thing you did. I mean, to other agents. I mean, that's a brilliant move right there.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's really good. I mean, it makes you such a partner to the other agents in that sense. You know what I mean? And with that cooperation going on, where you're not trying to take their people or all that kind of stuff. So
it almost make them go, "What else you got?" Their other agent might just call you back and go, "What else you got?" Because hey,
Mm-hmm. don't get deleted. Now, I can't see any of the data. I can't see who it's sent through or anything, but I can see open rates and I can see forward rates. And I know they're opened and I know they're getting full.
What do you use to track that, Aaron?
That's what I was gonna start to ask.
What is it?
Use a company
A
called
CRM.
no, it's not my CRM and it's not my email. I don't do that. Don't use your regular email, because if you get too many spam pops or you send out too many emails at one time, you will get, none of your emails will get delivered, right? So we use a company called Send in Blue. And I think you can send 300 emails a day for free. We use their starter package, which is like 25 bucks a month. I think it gives us like 20 or 30,000 emails a month.
You can track everything.
Over that, they bump you up too.
And you can track everything. It gives you all the open stats and all that kind of stuff. Send in Blue.
Send in Blue.
Yeah, we used to use, way back in the day, we used Constant Contact with the,
Yeah, same thing with Constant Contact, though. It ties to your email.
right.
Yeah.
So Send in Blue gives you a whole different email address.
Correct.
Unique email. That's good. Okay. Good to know.
Well, geez, God bless. Say thank you so much, Aaron. I got to get rolling, but you know, I feel like I'm in my 5th year and I'm in my 1st because of guys like you, man.
Yeah.
Really
Go back,
appreciate
guys.
it.
You know, I would say go back and rewatch these videos. You know, it's a 4-part series. It's there. We'll have it there. We'll be doing some more stuff. You know, I mean, we've been talking, Aaron. You know, with Tim and a couple of other guys here with Freedom Team, as far as doing like even like a, you know, an AI kind of series. You know, whatever, we can pull you in on that. I do want to do a couple things with you, Aaron, just even to go into maybe some Facebook marketing and HomeBot and a couple things that maybe you and I could do together, and we record it and just throw it out there, even as like a bonus session, or make it one of the Tuesday sessions or something like that, you know, just a lot of stuff. So anyway, any other comments or questions, guys, before we wrap it up?
Just one. Aaron, do you recommend marketing HomeBot, like say on your Facebook page? Just say, because I mean, it does, I mean, to bullet point out everything that it does, because I've been using it for years myself. And yeah, the information that you can glean from the open rates and all of that other stuff. But the thing is that all the bullet points that it does, it shows you, you know, what your mortgage rate is, what your equity is, what you could do if you wanted to do an Airbnb and all these other different things. You think throwing something out there and having a way for them to get a link to where they can sign up on their own? Because I've actually had people sign up on their own when I sent them a HomeBot for the house I listed. Then they had a vacation property. They started a HomeBot in the vacation property on their own. I didn't do anything. So,
I mean, I think it would probably be fine. I don't think that you would have any issues with doing that, simply from the fact that it's good quality information. I don't know how many people will fill it out that don't already know you. That's the only thing you get in with that kind of marketing.
well, I wouldn't do it paid. I would actually do it just to my sphere, you know,
well,
just my people on Facebook.
Yeah, and then just maybe use a couple different screenshots of, you know, what you're utilizing.
Oh, the stats. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Good information, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Dropbox link in
Oh,
here.
perfect. Thank you.
Jeff, if you want to copy it.
Can you, yeah, I could do that. And I was gonna say, if you want to send that to me, whatever, because I could, you know, you maybe even put it in your, like in your YouTube comments or in the description, you know, so people could have access to it.
Yeah, see if someone click that and see if it opens up.
I did, and it does.
Cool. There you go.
Thanks so much.
Good. All right, guys. Well, Aaron, thank you so much. You know, I know you're busy, and to take 4 weeks out and do this and put all that together for us, I mean, seriously, it's just powerful stuff. So, it's easy to see how you've sold 3,000 homes, you know.
I just wish I
like
had
that.
prospects for agent attraction that were on this call. You know, I mean, this would be the greatest thing you could do for agent attraction. These people would be crawling out of the woodwork, I would imagine.
Well, you can get it out to people, you
I
know,
will. I'm
send
going
the
to.
links out to people like, hey, you know, it's good stuff it's just good value add for anybody. So any agent out there. So guys, thank you very much. We'll be back. We're not going to have a full on Wednesday series in the month of May because of shareholders. A lot of us are going to shareholders. Are you going to that, Aaron? You going to be down there this time? No?
Graduation stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a busy time. I mean, May is just hard, but I'll be there. A lot of us will be there. But we will be having some things coming up. We're getting some stuff ready, definitely for possibly into June, possibly the last couple weeks of May. Here, we're working through some stuff. So just keep watching the Freedom Team workplace group and all the announcements and stuff. We'll be keeping you posted. So that's it. Appreciate you guys being on here. Okay, thanks for all you. We're on here all 4 weeks. Go ahead, Aaron.
I'll post it and get that out to you.
Yep.
I'll
I'll
make
send
sure
it.
that comment on it for the link to the presentation.
Sounds good. I'll send it over to you. Okay. Guys, thank you. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. Okay. We'll see you soon.
Plus.